Hello guys, how are you today? So today we actually took a trade and I'm gonna be walking you guys through my thought process that made me take the trade. So very quickly we have Asian session highs, Asian session lows. Um, I'm just drawing everything again just to show everything from scratch that I had. Okay, so we have everything right here. Asian session high, Asian Asian session high, Asian session low. Okay, so we can see that during London session we came down, we swept Asian session lows and then rallied, and we actually made a bullish SMT from these lows up to these lows down to these lows, and Q was the leading index. Then we swept out these Asian session highs, and during pre-market, these were London session highs, which actually swept uh, London session highs. So you also have London session lows, and then we have London session lows right here. Okay, so going into the 1 hour time frame, we have these 1 hour lows. We have these 1 hour lows right here, 1 hour lows, more 1 hour lows. So, yeah, and then on the 4 hour, we had these highs right here, oops, these highs, and then we had these 4 hour lows. And on EN, okay, we have these 4 hour highs, 4 hour lows, and then we can see that if you look at these, we can see that we have a high time frame bearish S&T from these highs up to these highs, from these highs down to these highs, and Q was the leading index on the high time frame. So whenever we have a bearish S&T, and even on the higher time frame, because higher time frames holds higher power, we can see that we made the high time frame bearish S&T from these highs down to these highs. So this is forecasting what will most likely happen on both indexes, right? And more specifically on ES, because it's the lagging index. So we can see that this is pretty much telling us that there is a high probability that price will come down all the way down here, which we did if we look at it. So okay, we have all of our, and by the way, these 4 hour lows are also previous day lows. Okay, so we have everything in place. Now we're going to go into the 5 minute chart and see what we have. So we have our high time frame sweep of liquidity, right? And we also have our high time frame bearish S&T, right? And Q is the leading index. So we can pretty much just take this out because we're not gonna reach that. So we have a high time frame liquidity sweep, which is London session lows, London session highs, sorry, and we get during pre-market, and we get a very strong reaction to the downside. So this is pretty much telling us that we are likely going to be looking for shorts today. So even though we had a London session manipulation and then reversal on NQ on ES, we keep that in the back of our minds, but we know that shorts are more likely to be hit today. So okay, so high time from liquidity sweep, 5 minute confirmation, you get a break of structure down right here. Now, when market opens right here, what are we looking for? We are looking for a 5 minute manipulation. So we're gonna be marking out highs. Oh, and we took these rows in liquidity. We can take this out. We are looking for highs to be swept, 5 minute highs. We want to see a 5 minute manipulation, right? So just take this out. Okay, so market opens. We have actually, my bad. Okay, we have market opens. right here we have these 5 minute highs. We need to see a liquidity sweep of a 5 minute high, right? We need to see a little bit of a manipulation. So we're pretty much just marking high, just waiting for it to happen. Okay, so we move up then move down. This is our new high. Same thing on Nasdaq right here. Move up then move down. This is our new high, and then here is when things get interesting. We see that this candle went above this 5 minute high, but we didn't close above here, so we are still bearish. We didn't break structure to the upside. And so what we get? We get our third confluence as well, because we had our high time frame liquidity sweep, we had the 5 minute confirmation, break of structure down right here. Now we have our 5 minute manipulation, and we have our third confluence, which is a 5 minute bearish S&T from those highs up to from, from these highs up to these highs, these highs down to these highs. So we want to take now we want to take shorts on ES. Why? Because it's the leading index on these 5 minute bearish S&P divergence. So now we need 1 minute confirmation to see if we actually gonna go lower. So we're going to the 1 minute time frame, scale down the 1 minute, because if the when we need confirmation on the 1 minute, because price can very well just make this up candle, and then this candle can just come up and close above here, and that completely changes our bias. And if that happens, then we're going to look for the continuation confluence of either equilibrium or fair value gap getting filled, and the reaction out of it, and 1 minute confirmation, because we already had the high time frame liquidity sweep during London session, so that is also a possibility that could have happened. So we need to stay open to whatever the market is telling us, and we need to react accordingly. Not try to predict, but we need to react to what the market is telling us. Okay, so right here, this bearish S&D, right here. Uh, Price broke structure to the upside on the 1 minute chart. So now we need our continuation confluence. We need 79% extension closure on Fibonacci. We need equilibrium getting fair value gap getting inverse, an inverse fair value gap. Okay, so we see this big candle. This is a big red red candle. So there's big sell pressure coming out of it, and we came all the way down here and we inverse this gap. We could have entered right here, but personally I didn't even see we we inversing this gap. I didn't even see this when I was trading live. So, but I mean, if you want a little bit of more confirmation, a little bit more confluence, what can you wait for? For the next candle, see what it does. We see that it came all the way up here, and then it reversed and closed all the way down here. We get a 79% extension closure, and then we get what? A break of structure to the downside. So we pretty much had every single confluence aligning. We had inverse fair value gap, 79% extension closure. We had this 5 minute S&P divergence. We had 1 minute break structure to the downside. What can we do? Execute, short, stop loss above this high, and now where can we target? Let's see, right here. Okay, so we're here. This drawn liquidity isn't pretty good, because if we're entering here and taking profit here, that's like a negative risk to reward. So we're not gonna take that. So we delete these, and then what do we look for? We can look for 5 minute lows somewhere in here to take partial profit. So we see that we have all of these low resistance draws on liquidity. right? So this is a good, very good target for us to take profit at. 5 minute low, 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 another 5 minute low, and then this is a 1 hour low, right? So this could be, this was personally my final take profit once I shorted, and we also had this 4 hour low, but it was so far away that we we didn't even think about it. So now let's go back to the 1 minute. See what's happened. Okay, we get a confirmation. Stop loss above the high. Okay, so take profit number one. 1.28 risk to reward hit right here. And once this take profit hit, I just took 50% of our position off, and I set my stop loss to break even. And then because price was moving like so cleanly, I was waiting for these 1 hour 1 hour low to get taken out, and I wanted to close my whole position right here. But I mean, it didn't happen, right? It didn't happen. We came like, what is this? We came 0.01%. Like, it's crazy, bro. We unfortunately we could have taken all the way, profit all the way down here, but we didn't hit our main drum liquidity. So yeah, I then took another 25% off once I saw this 1 minute break of structure to the upside right here. We have move down then move up. This is our most recent high, and this candle closed right here, closed above this high. So I took another 25% off of my position, and then I was hoping that we could just get one more move down, but once I saw this candle coming up, I thought that okay, we're getting a 5 minute retrace because we had this big move down, right? So we were getting this 5 minute retrace, and so what I did was I closed everything, my remainder of my position right here. I closed the remainder 25% off. So I can even show you guys right here in my paper trading account. I started with 50k. This is just demo, right? This is just to practice. So I can show you guys. I shorted right here. You can see the red arrow, and then I took my first profits here on this candle, and then another 25% off once it broke structure to the upside. And then once I saw this candle, okay, I thought 5 minute retrace and then closed the rest of my position here. So overall, it was a 1.25 hour trade. 1.5 hour, almost 1.5 hour, 5 hour trade, something like that. I don't know. So yeah, it was a pretty good, pretty decent trade, right? So pretty decent trade. Now, in hindsight, what do I think I could maybe have done better? Our execution, it was good. I really liked it. Maybe we could have, once we took this 25% off. Okay, we just had 25% off, another 25% of our position open. So we already had our stop loss break even. We could have just left the position open and just set our full take profit right here and just wait for price to go in there, and we would have hit take profit. and and yeah, that is pretty much what I would have done. Could we have set, oh, what is this? Could we have set take profit all the way down here at these 4 hour lows? Yeah, we could, but this was our main draws on liquidity. This was low resistance draws on liquidity, and this was way too far away, right? So that's the main reason why I wanted to close everything right here, even though we ended up hitting it. But like, if you just look at how much time it took, I mean, it took since the position opened to the hourly low. It took 45 minutes, and for this 4 hour low, it took like 1 hour and 45. Never in my life would have been 1 hour and 45 minutes here just waiting for it to get hit. So yeah, we were in in this trade for like 20 minutes. It was pretty good. 1.5 hour in 20 minutes. So yeah, I'm happy with my performance today. Maybe I could have just let my final 25% with a stop loss here and take profits here and just whatever happened. But yeah, overall pretty good trading day. This was the first trade that I took, so it's looking good, bros. See you tomorrow.